Istanbul Technical University School of Foreign Languages Reading Course, Inferencing. Hello everyone. The focus today will be on inferencing. In this video, we will learn how to make an inference from a text. Making an inference is to make a guess about what is not directly stated in a text. When we make inferences, we use the evidence or clues in the text to draw a logical conclusion. Inference can be used in several ways to help you respond to a piece of reading. You can infer a general fact or a precise piece of information. You can infer emotions and feelings of characters in a passage, or you can infer information about the author, such as his or her opinions, feelings, or point of view. Questions on inferencing may appear like the ones below. Let's have a look. Which of the following can be inferred from the passage? Aşağıdakilerden hangisi pasajdan çıkarılabilir? It can be inferred from the paragraph that. It can be understood from the information in paragraph 2 that. In paragraph 2, the author implies that. İkinci paragrafta yazar şunu ima ediyor. Which of the following does the passage imply, or it is probable that? To answer inference questions, you should of course read the question carefully first. Then you should scan the passage using the keywords in the question to find where the information related to the inference is located. You should make assumptions about the information using what the passage says directly and what you already know about the topic. And finally, you should select the best answer. Well, let's start with simple examples. Two cars are stationary at a traffic light. The driver behind is honking and waving. So, you can infer that the traffic light turns green and the driver wants the other car to move. A man is driving on the highway listening to the radio, and the police officer pulls him over. So, what's wrong? Let's see. He has broken the traffic rules in some way while driving. Another one, you adopt a puppy from the shelter and he seems nervous and scared. He hides from loud noises and has some noticeable scars. You can infer that he was abused by his former owner. Let's read each sentence or short passage and choose the option that is a valid inference based on the information given. Illegible handwriting does not indicate weakness of character, as even a quick glance at the penmanship of George Washington, Franklin D. Roosevelt, or John Kennedy reveals. Let's read the options one by one and decide on the valid inference. The author believes that both Washington and Kennedy had weak characters. The author doesn't believe that, and he disproves the idea, giving three important figures as examples. So this can't be the correct answer. A person's handwriting reveals a lot about that person. This might sound correct at first glance, but if we chose this, it would be our personal idea rather than an inference, as there is no information in the given sentence. So this can't be the correct answer either. And C. Washington, Roosevelt, and Kennedy all had handwriting that was difficult to read. Actually, that's what the author wants to prove, and Washington, Roosevelt, and Kennedy are the evidence for the author's claim. So C is the correct answer. Compared with the rest of its brain, the visual area of a turtle's brain is comparatively small, since turtles, like all other reptiles, depend on senses other than sight. The visual areas of other reptile brains are comparatively smaller than those of turtles. In this option, the comparison is between the brain of reptiles and those of turtles, but there is no such comparison in the given sentence. Therefore, A can't be the correct answer. Animals that depend on sight all have larger visual areas in their brain than turtles do. In the sentence, only reptiles are mentioned, so we can't infer this from the sentence. So this can't be the correct answer either. No reptile uses sight as its primary sense. The second part of the sentence, turtles, like all other reptiles, depend on senses other than sight, is the clue for the correct answer. So C is the correct answer. As an architect, Thomas Jefferson preferred the Roman style as seen in the University of Virginia to the English style favored by Charles Bulfinch. Let's read the first option now. The architecture of the University of Virginia was influenced by the Roman style. This sounds correct, but just in case, let's read the other options before deciding on the correct answer. And B, Bulfinch was an English architect. The only thing we know about Bulfinch is that he preferred the English style, so we can't infer this from the sentence. Therefore, C can't be the correct answer. B. And C, Jefferson preferred to build in the English style of architecture. This is wrong information because we know that Jefferson preferred the Roman style, and so C can't be the correct answer due to the wrong information. Now let's go back to the option A now. The University of Virginia is given in the sentence to show Thomas Jefferson's preference on the Roman style. So A is the correct answer. In order to increase production, ABC Company should implement a flex time schedule, which would allow individual employees some flexibility in deciding when to begin and end their workday. Recent studies have shown that working under flex time schedules is associated with increased employee mood. Well, let's read the question first. It can be inferred from the information in the paragraph that the employees who prefer a flex time schedule are the most productive employees at ABC Company. Well, there's no comparison of employees in the text, so this can't be the correct answer. Let's read B now. An increase in the mood of ABC Company's employees could lead to increased production. B sounds correct, but let's read the other two options first. Flex time schedules tend to be associated with reduced lateness and absenteeism. At first, this option may also sound correct, but reduced lateness and absenteeism are not mentioned in the text. So if we chose this answer, this would be a personal opinion again rather than an inference. So this can't be the correct answer either. Employees are most productive during the part of the day when all employees are present. And again, there's no such comparison in the text. So we can't infer this from the paragraph. So D can't be the correct answer. And let's go back to B again. An increase in the mood of ABC company's employees could lead to increased production. Flex time schedule will cause an increase in the mood of the company's employees, and this will lead to increased production. So B is the correct answer. And actually, sorry, this is the wrong one, and this is the correct one. And actually, this is the main idea of the paragraph. Let's read that. A flex time schedule should be implemented in ABC company for efficient production. We know quite a lot about the universe, but there is much more we still do not know. About 80% of it, for instance, does not exist as visible matter, but as something invisible and mysterious so-called dark matter. Scientists have not yet succeeded in detecting the subatomic particles that are thought to comprise this dark matter. Suppose that they never succeed. That will mean that a substantial amount of the universe will continue to consist of material that we cannot perceive even with our most advanced tools. Well, let's read the question now. Which of the following can be inferred from the passage? There is widespread criticism of the scientific establishment. In the paragraph, there's no criticism, so this can't be the correct answer. Scientists have been working for long to understand much of the universe. B sounds correct, but let's read the other options first. The author is of the opinion that scientists will never know the whole story of the universe. Sometimes the grammar of a sentence gives us a clue about the answer. In this option, we understand that the author is certain about that, but in the paragraph, the author is just talking about the possibility. So C can't be the correct answer. That is, not the author points out in the paragraph. The author stimulates the development of new tools for searching for dark matter. Here there is wrong information about new tools because this is not what the author points out. So D is wrong as it is wrong information. And let's go back to B now. Scientists have been working for long to understand much of the universe. So we can infer this from the sentence in the paragraph just here. Scientists have not yet succeeded in detecting the subatomic particles that are thought to comprise this dark matter. So from the sentence, we can infer that B is the correct answer. Sorry, first let's mark the yes, and B is the correct answer. Now, samples from I2 exams. Legendary Dutch footballer Johan Cruyff used to poke his goalkeeper in the stomach before each match. Tennis champion Serena Williams always bounces her ball 5 times before her first serve. Jennifer Aniston, it is reported, touches the outside of any plane she flies in with her right foot before boarding. From touching wood for good luck to walking around ladders to avoid bad luck, we all have little routines or superstitions which make little sense when you stop to think about them. And they are not always done to bring us luck. So why do we repeat these weird habits then? Well, let's look at the options now. From the paragraph, we can understand that Johan Cruyff didn't get on well with his goalkeeper. From the paragraph, we can't understand that whether they get on well or not, because there's not enough information about Johan Cruyff. So this can't be the correct answer. Serena Williams sometimes fails in her first serve. And again, there's no such information in the paragraph, so B can't be the right answer either. Our beliefs can protect us from accident. We can't infer this from the paragraph, so C can't be the correct answer either. We can't generalize that using the information given. And D, it is common for us to have irrational habits. When we read the related part in the paragraph, we see that we can infer this information from that sentence. From touching wood for good luck to walking around ladders to avoid bad luck, we all have little routines or superstitions which make little sense when you stop to think about them. So D is the correct answer. Let's mark C first. Yes, D is the correct answer. Multi-talented does not even come close to defining the creativity and hard work of Leonardo da Vinci. The way he utilized entirely different fields of study and combined them to conceive new theories is far beyond imagination. Despite the fact that he didn't receive any sort of formal education whatsoever, he was able to contribute so much to various fields solely due to the combination of his creativity and imagination. This proves that it doesn't matter where your degree is from, or even if you have one. If you dare to imagine, then you certainly can make a name for yourself. Well, in the paragraph, the author implies that, let's read the first one, Leonardo da Vinci always felt humiliated due to his lack of a formal degree in engineering. So, actually, this is not mentioned in the paragraph, so this can't be the correct answer. It was not training that made the Da Vinci a phenomenon, but his own talents and enthusiasm. This sounds correct, but let's go over the other options as well. A person needs formal education in order to be successful in a field. The author disproves this idea with Leonardo da Vinci, so C can't be the correct answer. Not everyone can be as successful as Da Vinci without proper education. And again, the author disproves this either. We can't conclude that using the information given. So D can't be the correct answer. And B, yes, it was not training that made Da Vinci a phenomenon, but his own talents and enthusiasm. Actually, the whole paragraph is going around this idea. So B is the correct answer. Well, this is the end of my lecture. Thank you and see you next week.